Justice in reverse. The card flew on the floor. And the King of Cups in reverse. Looks like in the recent past, something wasn't made right. Something was left hanging. And it's because somebody wasn't expressing their emotions. Somebody had a lot of feelings for you, but they stuffed them. You got the Star card coming out next. They've gone through some healing. They've gone through a healing process. Show me the present. But then you have the Page of Wands and the Knight of Cups in reverse. They still feel unable to move forward in their love and their expression. King of Wands in reverse. They're scared. They have wounds and they got a lot of stuff they're working through in order to find their voice. They feel a little immature with how to come forward, how to bridge the gap after all this time. Got the Hermit card. They're doing a lot of self-reflecting. They're spending a lot of time alone. And I think maybe for the first time, they're actually wondering why are they so scared to approach the person that they love. You know, what's actually going on deeper than the surface level issues and problems that might be preventing you guys from connecting. With the Hermit card, I feel like they're really going within and wondering, what is it inside of me that risks losing this person for good multiple times? The Emperor card came out. They're learning how to step into their power and to say, these outside challenges, finances, or a karmic relationship, or any of these surface level problems, this person is realizing the real issue lies in how I see myself. When I didn't express my love, I not only betrayed this person, I betrayed myself because I love this person. They're seeing that situations in their life have kept them so quiet, so beaten down, without a voice for so long, that it's taken a lot of work to actually get this voice back. They're still healing, they're still looking for guidance. But with the Hermit and the Emperor, this is really good because they're finding their own power. They're not outsourcing their power even to you, my divine feminines. The masculine is trying not to outsource his love, his validation, his courage, his strength. Yeah, King of Swords upright next. He's taking accountability and saying this, my mind creates my reality. I have to get in control of my thoughts. I've been so used to thinking that this is a problem and that's a problem and I can't do this because of this and I'm stuck here because of this and I'm a prisoner, I'm trapped. They're slowly purging that victim mindset that they can't do anything. And they're coming into awareness that they have all the power. What they say goes. They have created this mess because of not realizing the power that they have to create a life that they actually want. This is happening a lot faster than you think. It's just that the brunt of the work happens behind the scenes. When this person comes forward to you, it's going to be a much quicker process than what has happened so far. What has transpired so far has been a lot of under the ground building. You know, you haven't seen that first bud yet of the plant. So you're still waiting on it to bud through the soil. But all the real work, the creation labor happens beneath the soil, in the dark, in silence. Show me the blockages, Spirit. courage. Being able to say, I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm going to stand up for the collective. See, there's a lot of wounds here. Twin flames mirror one another. This person lacking courage, lacking the ability to claim you in front of the world, this hits right at the heart of your rejection wound, of you not being seen, not being put first, not being loved out loud. And it goes deeper than that. It hits at that self-worth. Well, if they can't see me, if they can't choose me, if they can't profess love to me out loud, then am I worthy of it? Is there something wrong with me? Why does this happen in my life? Starting with your parents, probably, or whoever were your primary caregivers, beginning from the very, very beginning. There's wounds here around not being seen, being silenced, being pushed to the back, always having to be the strong one, always having to keep everything together. That person is always the most expendable because everyone feels like you can handle it. You're strong. You got this. And they tend to go toward the weaker person. You know that saying, the squeaky wheel gets the oil? Yeah, this is the type of life that you have lived. And so this person's inability to come forward, them struggling with courage, because you're twin flames, it mirrors this wound for you. And the vice versa is true. Them struggling with courage and seeing you be so powerful, seeing you in your power, that makes them feel ashamed, which makes them not want to come forward even more, because now they feel like, how can I come forward and I'm not on that level? So you mirror in them that wound of not being good enough, being second best, being second choice. It seems hopeless, but this is actually a genius plan by the universe to really get you to look at the heart of that wound. Because when the masculine heals his worthiness and the feminine heals her worthiness, then they can stop relating to one another through wounds and triggers. They can start maintaining that relationship of love, joy, peace, acceptance, unconditional love. This is where you're going. This is what's being grown underneath the ground through the tears, through the separation, through the darkness, through the confusion. Neither one of you is above the other. Each one of you has your own set of challenges that you're working through. You need to be there for one another, Spirit says. What else is the Black Spirit? And you got the Hermit coming out. And I feel like, it probably came out in reverse. It was kind of sideways, but I'm going to take it as a reversal. They have to go deeper. They're reflecting, they're thinking, but they have to go deeper in order to really get the courage necessary to face that unworthiness wound. Because see, that's why the karmic is still in their life. That's why the money blockages are still there for either one of you. It's because you've gone deep, but you got to go deeper. You got to go back and free that inner child from when they first felt victimized. This is a blockage that's stopping you from being able to truly experience that abundance of love, health, and wealth. But you're working on it. Both of you are. Both of you are. Show me the near future, Spirit. Look at this. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. I couldn't have asked for two better cards, y'all. The Hierophant and the Lovers. This is Spirit saying, I know what I'm doing. I'm bringing you two together, but I'm bringing you together when you're whole. And it's happening quicker than you think. You get discouraged because of the timing. And some of you, rightfully so, you've been waiting a long time. I'm not trivializing it, but I'm telling you this. Things have been growing. Things that are not measurable by Instagram posts or texts or phone calls or the lack thereof. These are things that are growing in the soul of your masculine, in your soul. Things that are seeping through to your inner worlds of your inner heart and your inner mind, your inner child that has suffered through a lot of rejection. Both of you have. And until that is healed, until you come to a place where you radically accept what happened to you and you're able to release it, you will continue to mirror these wounds back to one another. You will hurt them, they will hurt you, even if you're in total separation. The separation itself is a reflection of your unworthiness until you decide it's not. Until you decide, I am sovereign. I am love. Love will always find me because I operate from love. Until you decide that their actions are not a reflection of your self-worth, no one's are, then these wounds will continue being reflected to you. Even if you were to come into reunion, you would have these challenges because this is still a tender spot for you. And don't get me wrong, this is not to say that you have to be 100% healed before you come into union with your divine counterpart. Absolutely not. That's impossible. We're always going to be healing as long as we're alive in this 3D world. It's not that you're trying to reach a certain level of healing. You're trying to attain a certain level of freedom so that you can enjoy what it is you're manifesting, so that you don't manifest the greatest love of your life, and because your nervous system is still set to self-protection mode, shutdown mode, hypervigilance, shame, doubt, fear, you push it away. Both of you. God doesn't want you to repel this. Look at this near future. The Hierophant and the Lovers, this is divinely orchestrated. Stop focusing on these external factors. The karmics don't matter. I know they're annoying. I know they seem like real challenges and real roadblocks. I'm not minimizing the effect that having another energy invading your connection, what that feels like. I'm telling you that's true, but there's a deeper truth. That's a fact, but this is the truth. The truth is they don't matter, because once the lesson is embodied, that they were divinely put on your path to teach you, they will fade away. Even if they don't disappear from your reality altogether, the effect that they have fades. We have to remember that it is our own self-concept that governs how we manifest, how long our manifestations take, the quality of our manifestations, and if we have the capacity to hold the manifestation once it comes. Or do we push it away because we can't hold a reunion this sacred? We can't hold a love this intense and this deep, this reflective of everything that lives within you. This is what Spirit is doing for you, baby. I know the separation seems like a punishment because you've waited so long, you've endured so much. You look around and other people seem like they're experiencing what you want. When is it your turn? But you're not building an ordinary love. Your love story is epic. Your love story is the type of shit they make movies about. They don't make movies about ordinary love. That doesn't go down in history. That's not recorded as an ancient love story like Isis and Osiris, right? What you're building, what you're allowing spirit to weave together for you is an epic love, something that will actually impact global consciousness. That's a heavy responsibility. And you took it because you were able to walk with it, even when it feels like you can't. And I know I'm preaching right now, but somebody needs to hear this. You're looking around at how long it's been, how many setbacks are still in the way, how impossible everything seems. And Spirit says, if you would just take your attention and focus it on what I'm trying to show you, focus it on where you're still hurting, what you're making this separation mean, what you're making this third party mean, what you're making this lack of abundance mean. If you would focus on that, everything else, I got it. But you have to be a vibrational match for it. This is where this person is going and where you're going as well, collective. I hope this was a message of hope for you. There's a lot of love here. A lot of love here. And this person is doing the heavy lifting. And you're doing the heavy lifting to be able to hold a union this great. Keep going.